It's about a week after launch and already Nintendo has sent out surveys to collect data on people's experiences and thoughts on Nintendo Switch Sports, and it is possible that they are alluding to future plans here. So Nintendo does these surveys occasionally. This is nothing new or anything like that, it's market research. And essentially what they want to know is, like standard stuff. Why did you buy the game? What do you enjoy about it? What do you dislike about it? Who's playing in your household and stuff like that. But there are a few more pointed questions that I thought were really interesting, and I think they are alluding to future DLC plans possibly. So I'm going to read through a few of the more interesting questions, and especially the last one, I forgot to get a screenshot, but it's a doozy. Firstly, this early question. They wanted to know how effective their marketing was. It's good feedback, obviously, but they wanted to know if they conveyed across how it's related to Wii Sports. Personally, I feel they should have done a better job in the mini ads and trailers to convey that it is a sequel to Wii Sports, which was such a popular title. I knew it was Wii Sports, but then I'm a gaming YouTuber. Secondly, this one about likes and dislikes. What are you looking forward to the next time you play, and what did you not like about the game? Again, standard research stuff, wanting to know about the most popular feature of the game, but the dislike box for me was filled with disappointment at the state of offline, lack of additional modes, and the lack of online lobbies to play Pro League with your mates. My dislikes aside, I think the point is that Nintendo this early on in the game's life cycle is looking for what you don't like about it, possibly so they can take corrective action, and they're looking long term. I think they're looking past the 2 free updates that they've already said they're going to do, alright? They want to know what you dislike about the game so that they can fix it, I think. Third, enjoyable features. There are specific ones to tick here from Mii's and Sportsmates, playing locally, difficulty level, how you find Spoko Square, what you think of the music, and more. Lots of specifics here, but the ones that stand out to me as really interesting are the customization ones and what you think about Spoko Square. They spent time and effort creating this awesome world where you can't run around in it at the moment, and they want to know how much interest there is there. I get the feeling that this might be a deciding factor as to if they bring in like a running mode, would you run around Spoko Square? Or if they brought in free roam, which we would always love, if they bring that in, I think they're wanting to know whether or not it's worth their time. So if you're invested in the world of Spoko Square and you want to see more, that's clearly what it's aiming at. This fourth screenshot is then directly asking for feedback on Mii's versus Sportsmates, which is just funny in my opinion. Are the Sportsmates a success for them, or do we want Mii's to take the center stage again? What is this in reference to? I have no idea. Are they looking at, is it worth them doing additional customization options? Are they maybe bringing Wii Music to the Switch and they want to know if they want music mates or something? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I just think it's funny that they want to weigh in on the debate and get a definitive answer, which, let's be real, it's probably going to be Mii's. And this fifth screenshot is that they're asking what is missing from the game. So they're clearly looking for feedback directly from players as to what they need to add into the game. This, along with dislikes from earlier, indicates to me they are definitely looking more long term than just golf. They clearly want to make this a long game and want feedback on what the player base wants. I think this is great. It gives scope to give good feedback and suggestions like online lobbies, making a more meaty offline experience for those who aren't fussed with the online, free roam, additional sports. There's a lot that can be said here because, let's be honest, Switch Sports is awesome at what it does, but what it does is relatively limited in scope at the moment, and I think they want to expand that. They want to know if we want to expand that. That's what that's for. So if you are filling this in, make sure you give good criticism, good suggestions, and don't just shout and scream, please, because they're just not going to pay attention to that. Now here's the last part and most frustrating part on my end because I don't have any screenshots saved of it, but there was a question regarding which game was better and which games had the best features, replayability and stuff out of Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort and Nintendo Switch Sports. They didn't really ask about Club. They specifically asked which game had the best range of sports, which had the best motion controls, which had the best location, what would you be more inclined to replay, and stuff like that. There were a few questions around Sports Resort actually and whether you played it. Look, it's nothing concrete at all, but considering they're asking what is missing from the game, they're clearly looking long term, and they also earlier wanted to know if you had the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. It's not out of the realm of possibility of a premium DLC being planned for the game. Think along the lines of Happy Home Paradise or Animal Crossing. I think they're looking for feedback and whether or not it's viable and worth their investment to make said premium DLC pack, and whether they use a new location like Woohoo Island or something like that. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation here on my point, sure, but all I'm saying is that I'm definitely not going to be surprised and act shocked when they announce the Nintendo Switch Sports Resort DLC pack that is free for those who have Nintendo Switch Online Plus. It'd be really cool, expand the sports through that way. Hopefully they continue with the free updates like they did, but knowing what they did with Animal Crossing, wouldn't be surprised to see a few free updates and then a paid DLC. and I think that they are angling at that with the questions in this survey. So if you do get this survey, make sure you answer it respectfully and give good feedback. You know, if you've got criticisms of the game, and I know that there are definitely criticisms of the game, make sure that you say it well so that Nintendo get the picture and hopefully they will correct these sorts of issues. What do you think about this sort of idea of a premium DLC? What do you think about the survey? Have you got the survey and how did you answer it? Let me know in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for lots more Nintendo Switch Sports content. I am working on that review that I mentioned a while ago. I've been a little bit rough this week, and you know, real life things have happened, so I haven't been able to properly get into it yet, but yeah, hopefully that is going to be out very soon. And thank you so much again. Thank you to my patrons like Rain, I Love Waffles 1311, and Sick Hippie for the amazing support through Patreon. If you want additional content from me and some you know, more exercise based stuff, just please jump over to the Patreon and see what you like. Thank you so much again. I've been Master Trainer Peter. I'll see you soon.